Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Vintage Story. This is Shino, and this is our Season 2 playthrough, what we can call Winter Wonderland, which it is no longer winter. We're looking at now, it is the 16th of April. It was snowing between episodes, believe it or not, so it was getting down to 1. You'll see I've been doing a lot of clearing up here. I talked about doing this between episodes. Need to start removing some stuff. You'll see some building projects. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, a lot of stuff to recap. But first, I want to show you something I found while I was cleaning all this up. So let me move around over here. Pardon me. So I was clearing out, I got rid of the little bridge section, and I got to this area over here, started digging some stuff out, and I noticed that I had a layer of cobblestone just below the dirt level. Now this is usually a pretty good indication that you have a room underneath this area. So we're going to break in here. Here we go. And these little treasure rooms usually have some pretty interesting stuff in it. This one's not too fantastic. But we do have a forage vessel. So we'll get some goodies out of that. And another one here. And it looks like some clay. So not too bad, but a few things. Sometimes you'll find, like you saw, tables and gears and things like that. So not too bad. I did clear all this out. I need to go in here and dig out this charcoal pit. There's we're standing over one high area right now. Just because I ran out of low fertility soil. And that's usually what I do. I'll dig it out and then I'll replace it with low fertility soil. So let's go take a look and see. I have gotten through a lot of the fire brick. This is what I have left to fire. It looks like this is done. So I'll be able to move these out of the way. Firewood's getting low. Peat's getting low. Started working on some permanent shelters over here. You did see us harvest the flax, and then I went back in and planted the end crops. Now I have not harvested the pea crops over here. I need to get in there and do that. You see it says you only get 50% of produce, so I don't want to harvest these just yet. I'm going to wait just a little bit till the temperature warms up a little more. And let's see what else we did over here. So you'll see on the map, you'll begin to see some stuff kind of come into view here. I did start working on that field over there, and now we're getting our second field put in. Started running out of resources, so I'm going to have to do something about that. I wanted to make sure I was using resources in the right place. But I did get all of this field hoed, nothing planted yet, and I started putting the half slabs up on top of it. So this is what the fields will look like when they're all done. Okay, and like I said, nothing's been planted yet. So we're going to be getting to that soon. Let's see, what else did we get done? Oh, I got more barrels made. And that's kind of what I want to do starting off in this episode. Hang on one second. Okay, sorry about that. Let me go unload my inventory since we just opened up those forage vessels. Oh, and you can see, yeah, cleared out some more of this. This is our tunnel going through. This is one of the homes. This is actually going to be the kitchen area that we're going to be putting in right here. So it'll be partway jutting out of the ground. And then these pillars will represent an overhang area that'll travel around. So like I said, just doing some building stuff, trying to get myself into a spot where I feel a little more comfortable. So let me run back over. We're going to empty out our inventory. Actually, I may just put it right in this. I don't have much going on in there. I'll drop that all off. That. Drop that. And there we go. Yeah, I think that's everything. Okay. So, oh, I know something. Did I grab my hammer? did not. We're going to need that hammer. Okay, so heard me talking about a lot of the stuff that we're doing right now are kind of long-term projects, so things that take a while. And so we want to get those kind of knocked out as soon as possible. Oh yes, and the road. Started getting some road pieces in. I wanted to do some more work, but we're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to do some mining here and get some more resources in before I really get too much farther. Okay, so let's see. So I did turn all of these into weak tannin. These are also going to be turned into weak tannin. And then over here is where we're going to make our lime water. So what we're going to do is we're going to start talking about getting our hides, get them prepared for leatherworking. Okay, so what you're going to need to do for this is you can either use chalk or limestone. And I'm going to grab this out of here. Let's just grab all this out of here. Can't get it all. Okay. Just one thing I know we need to do. So, if you remember during the previous episode, we put oak into these. I think I could only do one of them, but you put oak into it and it becomes weak tannin. Now you have to do that process again and seal it, and you'll see it's going to take 24 hours, it says, for that to become the strong tannin. So we're going to do, seal. And then these we're going to need for to have more weak tannin. So the process is you're going to go through the weak tannin, soak it there, and then you have to soak it through the strong tannin. 5. And you can see that's all the oak I've got, so I'm going to have to go get more. I did go back up north to that one little area up there that I had marked on the map, and gathered up some more oak. And I did have a bunch that's planted over here. It's like 8 more days until it's ready to go. So 5. Put that one in there as well. Okay. So first step in leatherworking in Vintage Story, we're going to have to soak the hides first in a brine. So if you go to your if you click on one of your hides, you do the H to bring up the handbook. You'll see it says, making leather, soak raw hide in a barrel of lime water or diluted borax. So that's the first step in being able to do it. If you to make lime water, if you hover over and hit the H key here, you'll see that you can grind this into lime, chalk and grind into lime, and then you mix it with water in a barrel to make the lime water, and 2 pieces, and then you can also bake that into quick lime. We're going to be doing that here in a little bit as well. So what we need to do, you can use a quern, but you can also do this with the hammer, and it does use durability on your hammer. So this is usually one of those things I use whenever I'm getting ready to make a new hammer. I'll go ahead and use up that little bit of durability that I have left on it. So let's grab one of these. And as you see, if I put in just 1, it doesn't really do anything. 64. We got to do 50. And when you do 50, you'll see the contents will change. Okay, so now we have 50 liters of lime water in that barrel. And we're going to do the same thing in this one. There we go. Okay, so next thing we need to do is we need to put our hides in. So you can see that there's only like a certain number that you can do. I put in all 13, and you see it doesn't give me that tooltip saying that I've got a valid recipe in there. If I do 1, it does say it. Look, you've got 1 in there. So I think if we do this, we can do 8, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8 is the limit. Put 8 in there, and you can see it's going to have to soak for at least 20 hours. So we'll seal that one up. And same thing in this one. Now, each hide size can do a different one. So I can do 8 of these, no problem. I think with this one you can do up to 10 of the medium hides. So we're going to go ahead and seal up all 8 of those. Now, since I don't have enough of the chalkstone right now, I mean, I can get some more, but for right now, we're just going to hold right there with what we got. We'll put back all our ingredients. And I'm going to leave this hammer over here as well until it's used up. Okay. So what we're going to have to do now is just patiently wait. It'll be 20 hours, so probably the next day we'll be able to see that. These will take a couple, at least a day before they turn into the weak tannin, and then those over there will take a day before they turn into the strong tannin. All right. So next thing I want to do, I'm going to go check on the bees. We're going to see where we're at with that, and I'll probably just cut out here and just run over there myself, and then I'll bring you back when I get over. Be right back. All right, here we are. So you can see right now we've got bees flying out of those skeps. So we'll take a peek at it. So yep, it looks like, you know, before we saw this, the population size was large. I came over between episodes and checked on it, and it was going to swarm in about one day. So we go down here and we look, and we can see this is an empty one. But that one is a large skep, has 17 nearby flowers, and it's going to swarm again in 6 days. So what we're going to end up doing is this hive will recover in size within a couple of days. This one will also recover in size, and it will swarm, and that one will swarm. And when all 3 of these are done, I'll come through and pick up the skeps to take them back over to our base, and then I'll put down a few more skeps over here. So in that way, we're going to be able to start getting bees to swarm over there and grow in multiple locations there, and also over here as well. And that way, if anything ever happens to our bees, we'll have some backups over here. We're not going to destroy that beehive. We're not going to leave this area with only one hive. We'll definitely have extra skips over here. So whole purpose being we found bees. We don't want to lose them now. Okay, so I'm going to look at something else over here that I just saw. Yeah, I knew I forgot to pick up this. So let's grab it. But we talked about going for glass, and for glass you need quartz. And as I was running through, I just saw quartz on the ground over here. So we know we've got quartz. We know we've got a big quartz mountain over there too. But I thought, you know, while we're here, let's just take advantage of this situation. Let's just grab this quartz. That's a different stone. So we're going to grab this. Yep, there's lots of quartz underneath here. We could dig down and find it, but you're going to find pretty quickly that quartz is not something that's really hard to come by. You're going to find a lot of quartz in this game. So having a large deposit here is great and all, but I'm not going to mark it and mine it out because I already know where I've got a large source of quartz. I'm just going to gather that up while I can. Looks like there might be some more up here. Yep. There we go. And while we're out here, so a little more resource gathering, shall we? Let's gather some berries. There's some more quartz. More quartz. We'll see if we can find any minerals while we're out here. I know there's some borax over here. I already found it in this cave over here. Quartz. I'm not going to go diving in there. I think here real quick we're going to have to do a episode where we go looking for underground. So I think we're going to do a mining episode here really quick. was looking at my resources and the things that I need to do, and I kept finding myself in a situation where, one, I either did not have the resources available to be able to do what I needed to do, or I didn't have the resources available to get the resources I needed to do what I needed to do. So definitely going to have to start focusing on getting some metals. And I know there's some copper up here that I have not gotten yet. So we're going to have to go up there and get that. And I want to grab those crops while we're up here as well. And of course with bees, you know, I'm going to have to turn my attention also onto getting a lot of reeds. So reeds are, we talked about this early on, you know, you just want to, you're never going to run it. You're never going to have too many reeds. Some more onions. And now that it's springtime, we're going to start getting a lot of farming done. So we're going to need lots of seeds. So might as well while we're out. That one. Go. So large. Perfect. All right. Yeah, I talked about this. I think it was last episode. I said, you know, we're not going to do a whole lot of resource gathering during gameplay. I think that's something I'm definitely going to save for between episodes. When I can sit down and I can just, you know, just grind it out. Going to start looking at the possibility of live streaming. Not really sure how that will work. I don't have a lot of extra time available between work and family life. So usually a couple hours on Sundays to record and a couple hours on Monday to record. And then the rest of the time in the evening when I'm sitting with the family, I may take some time to do some editing during that time. But anyways, trying to figure out if I went into a streaming schedule, that would be another night, probably between, it'd have to be either Sunday or Monday night. Sometimes I can do some on Wednesdays, but not very often. My wife works long hours, and she has a long commute. And she has to work a lot of goes in at like excuse me, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. So she's going to bed pretty early. So Wednesday's her night off, and I usually try to spend some time with her. Let's see if there's anything else over here. And on our way back, we're going to jump in here and take a look at our animals. Show you where we're at. Hello? Looky there. Have my saw. You know what I think we might do? I think we're going to put some truss down in there. Now, we're getting close to... There's the bowl. Yeah, I don't know. Might wait on that just a little bit. We're getting really close to turning our attention onto the animals. Right now, we are, you know, trying to get a lot of the long-term projects done, and animal husbandry is a long-term project too. If you're gonna, when you're talking about raising them, especially the sheep, for being able to make the not the sheep, the bighorn sheep. Once you get to the point of wanting to make cheese, that's quite a big process. And that reminds me, we're gonna have to find halite. So yeah, we're gonna have to do some mining. going to need to find some halite. So lots of little projects to do. A lot of little things going on right now. But I'm liking seeing the progress, you know, trying to get this done. And if you don't know, when you're making these stone paths, they require the stones, 8 of the stones, and then a dirt block in between. So that's where I usually use a lot of the low fertility soil. Remember me saying every block in this game is a resource. So nothing goes to waste. Everything's going to get reused. I want to see if that... Now, it looks like the cold damage started taking effect, so it's not going to get any better. So let's transfer some seeds over. And... I need some berries here. You can see I'm starting to get my fruit level up. You see now my health points, 22, 22.1. We talked about this early on. The more variety of food you have in higher quantities, the higher your health points goes. And so once we get this thing fully maxed out here, especially once we start adding in the dairy, that'll be very helpful. There we go. Let's go harvest these. I'll have my... There we go. There is that. And do I want to plant flax there again? Yeah, let's go ahead and do our flax here. So I have enough flax that I could make a couple more of the bags for my storage space, but I'm going to be so close to leather here really quick that there's really no sense in using the flax for that. Like I think I mentioned this in season 1, I don't like to use the linen for bags. That's something that I would much rather use it for my sales. But sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. Okay. So let's head back in. And I want to take a quick gander up here and look. It looks like we start having some of the trees starting to pop up over there that we planted. So, yeah, we're going to be getting close to having our wood supply taken care of. So that'll be good. So I think, yep, I think between episodes, there's a lot of things that I need to get done. I think I'm going to work on my charcoal pit for sure. I think that's definitely something that I need to work on. Food, I'm down to 16 pieces of red meat. I've eaten everything else. That was off the bull that I killed at the end of the last episode. So we're going to have to grab some meat, but that's not a big deal anymore. Like I said, we got rabbits, for one, that are stuck in our garden over there. So there's a few pieces of meat there. And, yep, so you can see that's my copper. So it looks like I'm going to have to make, between episodes, I'm going to make a full complement of tools. Definitely going to have to pour another hammer since that thing is just about done. Copper pickaxe, I think I have, yep, I got another copper pickaxe there. And I got my pro pick. So I do have some tools up here too. Okay. All right, folks, that's about to do it. Hey, this has been Shino. Thank you for visiting with me in my episode. This has been, episode 13, lucky number 13. So hope you have a great Wednesday, and we'll talk to you next time. Take care.